Hi, Robbie here from AFTV. With regards to your first question, of course it has impacted on the content that we create, because normally we'd be creating so much content around games, interviewing so many different fans when a game finishes, as well as all of our content that we do during the week, and it's all geared towards the actual game and the result. But what we've tried to do during this whole COVID-19 period is we've switched to trying to provide just a service for Arsenal fans. So somewhere where they can come and they can talk and they can discuss football on a regular basis. And we've done it pretty successfully. We've had 2 live shows that we've done every day that have been very, very popular and really, really well received. And on those shows, we discuss not just Arsenal, but all things football, what's happening, how are people been coping. So we found that we've been able to create some really, really cool content. We also raised a lot of money for the National Health Service over here in collaboration with a Manchester United channel called United Stand. So yeah, we've been really proud of what we've been able to do content-wise during this whole period of the coronavirus. I think obviously it's impacted on the views. I think every single football channel, every single, even major channels, the amount of views they get during this period is down, because you don't have physical football games going on. There's actually no sport whatsoever. So you're not going to get the same amount of views as you get as to when a big game's on, Arsenal playing Man United or Tottenham or somebody like that. So, but we have been able to maintain a very strong amount of views throughout this whole period. So we've been happy with that, but the sooner football comes back, the better, because obviously when there's big games going on, that generates so much views, and you just can't match that. And you can only achieve that when games are on. Well, the plans to keep the channel going, it's just kept going. And as I said, we've done loads of live videos. We've done things where we've reflected back on old videos. We've still been creating so much content. And as I said, our focus has been on a service to football fans. Creating stuff where football fans can come along and have their say. That's what we've built our whole channel on. And we've continued that on. Merchandising and that, obviously that has slowed down because the lack of games. But as I said, it's just really because our focus really has been on, can we talk to as many fans as possible right around the world? And we've successfully done that. And it's been brilliant. It's been brilliant. It's actually been something different for us because you're normally caught up in the hectic motion of game after game after game. And this has kind of allowed us to sort of pause, look at what people would like to, discuss in this period, and discuss it with them and give people what they want. So it's been good. It's been like, sometimes they say you need to take a little pause sometimes. And I think we've almost treated it like that. Take a little pause, see what people want to talk about, and then let's discuss it. And we've really had a lot of success with live content during this period. And and it's going to be something that we're going to continue on even when the football season does return, because it will return. It will be behind closed doors, so there's not going to be fans at the games. But we will still be talking to fans pre-game, after game. We'll still be doing loads of build-ups. And it's been different to use different mediums like Zoom and StreamYard and all these different live platforms, but we've really innovated on it and used them very well, and have been able to connect with fans from right around the world. So it's been great. It's been great. Of course, the coronavirus has really impacted a lot on our staff. Our office is in central London, right in central London near Trafalgar Square. So very early in this whole crisis, even before the government decided to do a lockdown, I said to all of my staff that I wanted them to work from home. So I think we did that from about 2 weeks before the whole shutdown came, because obviously when you work I don't know if your people listening to this might not be familiar, but when you work right in central London, it's very difficult to drive there. You've got to take public transport. You've got to take the tube system and buses, and you know, those with this whole coronavirus thing going around, that's the last place you want to be, because if you've ever been on a tube train in London, it's absolutely packed. And you know, I can think of no greater place where the virus will be, you know, transmitted around. So very early in this whole crisis, I said to all of my guys, stay at home, work from home, and thankfully none of them got the virus. I've also not laid anybody off. We've continued working right throughout it. There has been government furlough schemes and stuff like that up here in the UK. But thankfully, we've not had to lay anybody off. There's a couple of contractors that work for us that with them, we sort of pulled back on some of the work that we were issuing to them. But on the whole, things have just been operating as normal. You know, it's been great. You know, I wanted to keep my team together as much as I possibly could. I didn't want it to be overly affected by this whole virus thing. And they've worked really, really hard right throughout this whole thing. And I think it's going to make us stronger. You know, sometimes with adversity comes strength, you know, and I think this coronavirus for the whole world is like, it's slowed us right down and it's teaching us certain lessons in certain things. And I think I've learned a lot from it. So, yeah, it's been a very testing and trying time, but I think we're gonna come through it very well.